Guys, I just rolled out of bed and I wanted to get this video encoded this morning, but a quick message before we jump into our tarot card reading. I had Aura, which is my secretary slash assistant. She handles things like my email accounts for like when I did private bookings, and like the accounts that I use for like the private documents, and also the public account that you have now. Anyways, she's working behind the scenes. She's super cool. So I was like, why not just pull us a card in the beginning of a video? And she was like, I don't really want to be on camera. And I was like, just give it a try. So we did. And she pulled the winter card from this deck. It's still there because we haven't changed it. And then she read a little bit about this card after her introduction. And we went on to the reading where I will talk about my personal impressions on the winter card. But when we reviewed the footage, she didn't feel super comfortable having all that footage in front of everybody, and it's totally respectable. It's weird being on camera. So what we're gonna do is just cut that segment out and go straight to me talking about the winter card. But we do have the thumbnail that we have from the reading. So we're gonna use that for the video because I think it's kind of cool. And that's the reason why we jump into me talking about winter. Thank you so much, you guys. Be sure to subscribe if I don't mention it in the video, and I'll see you in the reading. So we have this kind of thematically coming in over here for a lot of us watching. It's the start of summer, yet we get this message about winter, right? And winter, to me, it kind of strikes me as like hermit mode. It's when everything is still. It's when everything kind of stops. It's like hangman energy almost. It's when things, appear dead, lifeless, right? You have to find comfort and joy in new and different ways because the old ones have changed. The climate is less hospitable. In fact, it's a little bit more difficult to find warmth, to find the things that would normally make you feel better. It becomes a challenge, and that is the nature of winter. Eventually, if you can, find the joy and find the comfort and start to thrive and find the abundance in the season, by the time it changes into something more hospitable, like summer, you have a newfound appreciation for the environment around you, for life around you, and you as a person have also changed. You've transformed through that process, and you probably didn't even realize it. It makes everything sweeter. It makes the colors more vibrant. It makes, it's just an experience that everyone has to go through, and there's a reason for it. And it's not just once in your life. We're always going through a type of rebirth. Many cycles we will go through in our lives, for different reasons and in different ways we are reborn. But I think there's a significance here with her pulling that winter card. And again, thank you, Aura, for taking the time to allow yourself to channel and pull that card for us. The significance is that a lot of you are experiencing your own winter right now. But I do think that there's this feeling here like, oh, this is kind of out of place. This doesn't belong. Well, you can't really tell the universe that it's out of place or that it doesn't belong. If it's happening, then it's right where it should be. You know what I mean? So this is going to be just a quick tarot card reading. We're going to be just drawing. We're going to work with oracles quite a bit. We'll do some tarot towards the end. The deck list will be in the description box below, as well as the extended, which will just dive into what to expect in the next couple months based off of this energy. But I'm just going to be looking at just whatever wants to come up in this reading. Past couple of readings have been quite love heavy. And I think that the message that wants to come out for this reading is going to be more of an overall general spiritual theme. But who knows? Honestly, who knows? So my Taroversians, get ready, sit back, and listen up. We got lightning, reminding me a little bit of snow, but also that purity coming out. Not the first time that we've gotten that card on this channel lately. So it's definitely a collective energy. We got the castle, and we've got the empty room, which kind of goes hand in hand with the castle. And in fact, these are cards that are one number apart. It's a well-shuffled deck. You guys see me use it all the time. The castle and the empty room. Again, very kind of isolating, almost lonely type cards coming in. The castle and the empty room, as well as lightning. And just all together, this is a process that you're going through, which only you can go through. Only you can do it. And you'll do it alone. If you rely on the support of others to carry you through it, you won't be able to go. You won't, like, it'll just hurt, basically. People can be there throughout the process. People will be there. People will help you. You'll learn from them, whether it's here on YouTube or in your real life or whatever. But you cannot completely rely on them to make it through. The point of what you're going through is that you've got to do it on your own. So the castle makes me think that you do have some kind of abundance in your life right now. Like you have something that is going for you. You've got many things to appreciate. In fact, I think a lot of you have completed or hit a personal goal at this time in your life. And yet there's this feeling of wanting more, or this dissatisfaction, maybe because not all your goals have been hit, or because you're not experiencing what you thought you would feel when you got to this goal. The empty room is showing that you need more space for reflection. It's kind of like, I'm getting this feeling like it's a barren landscape. This all kind of paints a portrait. Winter, right? Trees are dead, snowfall everywhere. And you're alone here in this castle. Even more specifically, you're in this kind of empty room, right? And you don't know what to do with it. You don't know what to do with this space, metaphorical space. But I feel like Spirit is asking you to sit with it, to sit with something. There's no set time period for winter. You know what I mean? This could be a day that you go through. This could be a month. This could be a year. What matters is that you are sitting with your energy and slowly taking it back to yourself, slowly taking it back to center. So you're able to fill that empty room with all that you desire through your manifestations coming in, through emotional satisfaction. But I'm feeling very strongly there is a reliance on other people or a reliance on something else. And that's not going to come through because you're meant to direct this energy from within and to you, like a cycle, you know what I mean? Like energy coming out, manifesting, and coming back to you without another person or some other factor assisting you with it. With lightning, the other card that came out, actually let me touch on that a little bit. As you go through this winter period, there's the new life or the new birth will come out of it. You have to be patient and you have to tend to it with care. A white snake may be significant for some of you. There's something very fragile happening right now. And it's almost like you're not strong enough to handle something fragile because you don't know how to handle it with care. It's like you can easily break it, right? Because you've never touched something like this before. But the key here is to be in the quiet, and you'll understand how to assist this birth of your manifestation of this new life that is coming to you throughout this winter gestation period. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of people. In fact, a fear of people might make you cling to them more, if that makes sense, and rely on them more. The less you're afraid of others, the more you will rely on yourself. We got blood and garden. This blood is automatically taking me back to this card number 13, the Kosas card. Let's talk about this for a second. Love this oracle deck, it's beautiful. With blood, this birth is coming from within you, right? As any birth comes from the person who's birthing it, right? Which means that what you're bringing into this next chapter of your life, it's made up of all of your thoughts, all of your feelings. And you'll get whatever you are given back to you in a new way. So this is a really good time to put yourself into Look at yourself in a way where you can understand the product of your thoughts, the product of your actions. Take full responsibility for everything. Realize that everything around you has manifested due to your thoughts and actions. In some way or another. Every physical object, every mental object, it's all being manifested because of things that you are doing. And if you can take control of that, if you can have conscious knowing of this, then I feel like what comes next in your life is a birth that is completely under your control. In a sense, so I'm being told it's not totally in your control. But what I mean by it is you're then able to direct your thoughts and your energy into getting more of what you want and less of what you don't want. Everything around you is connected to you, like a living system. Look at it that way. Food's coming up a little bit, like you're like looking at food as a metaphor, like you're connected to the food that you eat. Food comes in and food comes out. We don't really see the process of it being converted into what we need within us, but we're doing that automatically. It's not some outside force extracting minerals and nutrients from your food. That's you doing that, right? You're doing a lot more than you realize every day, all day. And this works on an energetic, on a spiritual level too. But a good way to understand what process, you're going through right now is to look at your thoughts, your feelings, how you feel, right? And that's going to start to show you everything around you is connected in a certain way. Garden, again, we've talked about this before if you've come to my other readings. If you were a garden and not a person, what flowers would be there? How would it look? Would it be covered in weeds? Would it be neatly trimmed? Would it be wild? Who would be in it? What would be in it? Without thinking too hard, visualize your garden. Again, these things that come to your mind are going to show you more about yourself. Some of you need to weed your garden, but not too much. So I think it's a Buddhist analogy about weeding your garden. But your mind is full of thoughts. Think of your mind as a garden. And the thoughts that can overrun your daily life, your conscious thinking, those are like weeds. They grow out of control if you do not tend to them, certain thoughts. They take over, they become incessant. So you want to pluck those out. But I'm also kind of hearing or feeling that you don't need to pluck every weed. Some can be beautiful. So I'll leave that for you guys to think about. Maybe I'll think about it later if I remember saying that. It's an interesting thought. All right, a lot of cards falling out with foundation, signs, and observe. So I think this is quite a literal thing to watch the ground, watch the lower halves for signs. Foundation, signs, observe. It's also giving like as above, so below vibes, because we have the bird up top observing, and then the feather falling to the ground, showing that connection, showing that everything is connected. And I think this is your message right here today, is that everything around you is extremely connected. And going even deeper into that, your mind is extremely connected to your physical reality. Your physical reality is a manifestation of your mind completely. Pay attention to signs from this moment on in the reading in your waking life. These are going to be angel numbers, feathers, things like that, synchronicities. Those of you that resonate with this reading will be getting a lot of those soon. So we have balance. We also have death coming up in the reverse position. Very interesting. Some of you are out of balance and you've been prolonging a change because of it. There's been a new phase of life that's wanted to come through, but you haven't done a super good job of balance, being balanced, living a balanced life in some way, or balancing something. You need more temperance in your life, and that will make room and allow the transformation to begin. Whoa. So we're getting boundaries and veil. The veil is going to be thin soon. The boundary between, and bridges. So there's going to be a connection to the spirit world opening up quite soon. I don't know if that's talking about globally. Could be a summer where we see more paranormal activity in some way, shape, or form. But this could also be in your life around this time. Maybe some of those messages or signs could be from loved ones who have passed on, or you might just have heightened senses for, I want to say, paranormal activity. It doesn't necessarily feel like your higher self and spirit, because it doesn't come in the same way to me as this is. This feels like being able to talk to like entities or some kind of communication coming through. That's really strange. Some of you are like ghost hunters or something though, or I don't know. Some of you have like loved ones that want to communicate and will start to communicate, and they haven't before in the past. I'm seeing a penny pop into my head, that pennies from heaven type stuff. Some of you will be seeing like pennies. Like you could have had somebody pass away 5 or 10 years ago, super significant in your life. No kind of communication, nothing. And now all of a sudden you start noticing, or you start getting these inclinations, these feelings that, hey, this is from them, or oh, this was a weird synchronicity. You know, honor those things when they come in. Let's begin our tarot card reading. So we're just going to be looking at whatever wants to come out from the cards. My TAROVERSE, what do we got coming out here? Death again. Third time. If we do count this, well, it's a 13, you know. When they make the card number 13, it's usually death inspired. So here it is again. Scorpio energy coming through strong a little bit here. We also have the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Swords. So first and foremost, some of you are going through a difficult period in your life and feeling an intense emotional energy, hurt, right? Some of you are definitely going through it right now. Some of you just went through that. And even some of you may have a shock or a surprise coming in the next couple of days or a week that just feels very heavy, all right? Let's just say that in the collective, there's like a recent past or very soon upcoming kind of pain. And I'm not here to predict what that might be. If it's upcoming, it just might happen. If it does, come back to the reading and it'll resonate. If not, fine. I'm not guaranteeing anything for you guys. The point is that you guys are overcoming it. There's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of heartbreak here. There's a lot of transition. But I see, so I'm hearing that what you lost comes back to you. We got the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. Beautiful Cancer energy coming in. Cancer season vibes as well. Could be a very good time for overcoming negative emotions, facing fears. That will be happening for a lot of you. A lot of you will be facing fears come, when's Cancer season? June, July? What's at the top of the deck? The temptation, okay? You will be tempted, and this was a message that came up before. I think it was a while ago though. You will be tempted back to an old way. A way that's toxic, a way that's not good for you. Don't be led into that temptation in your life. You'll know what it is. It won't be that tricky, but your mind will talk you into it, I feel like. And depending how you choose, again, we're going back to balance and prolonging new chapters in your life. Depending how you choose, you either start to manifest fulfillment, that which you've lost coming back to you in greater and better ways, or I feel like a lot of you will stay in a period of still kind of needing to learn a lesson, still feeling this energy of suffering that is there to teach you how to manifest what you want. Latent energy coming through, though, is a breakthrough, I want to say. A lot of you will have a day where you just wake up and it's like pulling a blindfold. All of a sudden you have the willpower or the strength to do what you need to do, what you should have done a while ago. You know what I mean? And that could be a breakup, that could be a job change, could be a lot of things, but it's just like, I feel like you're kind of sitting on good ideas or ideas that you think are good for you, but you're not necessarily executing those ideas, you're just thinking about them. And I feel like one day, and I'm getting July, June even, very strongly. This is a timeless reading, but these months are coming to me, where you'll just feel that push, right? And that could be, because the veil will be thin for you, messages and influence from benevolent beings that are evidently on your side. This could be angels. I'm seeing like archangels and stuff. They'll be able to actually send the energy to you that can influence you in a positive way, better, send you the ideas or that kind of stuff. I'm seeing a solar flare as well. So this could even be, you know, energy coming from the star. You follow? All right, so we got the Four of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and that is the Eight of Wands, I believe. So I'm hearing that you should think before you make action. Think well before you make action. It's okay to take your time with this. You're painting something like a picture, and you're slowly in the process of improvement. So there's a hasty action. It's almost like normally you would do something hastily or you would do something impulsively. I know I just spoke about you randomly waking up and doing a major change. We're moving on to something different though. I feel like there are many practical matters in your life that you just need to really focus on and take your time with, like a master. And you're not, or you haven't been approaching it that way, but you need to. This is a couple different areas of your life. Take your time and do not be rushed. Again, I'm seeing temptation around you. These are actions or people that want to take you off of a fertile path. It's like you have the choice to go down a dark road. This could be a group of friends or like voices in your head that talk you out of good things. But be very wary of those who or that which could take you out of your focus or into the dark. You need to stay at the top of your game. You need to be sharp. Do what you need to do to sharpen your sword. This deck smells so good. Three of Cups. So we're talking more about groups, connectedness, and like-minded people in your life. That's coming to you, as well as relationship, and this is coming at a perfect time for the extended. So you got the Three of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Six of Wands. And if you're not well versed in tarot, that's good news for you. That's like a relationship and friends, basically. That's actually what I'm feeling from it, though. You could feel differently, that's okay. But for me, I feel like, yeah, there's connectedness coming in. It does look like you kind of struggle a little bit to get there. But like I said, with that 10 of Cups card, the things that you want are coming back to you like tenfold, especially if you've had to sacrifice or walk away from them. More on that in the extended. I'll pull more on the relationship as well. For some of you, and I think for most of you, this is upcoming, but I'll still pull on that energy and see what we get, as well as just keep going with these tarot cards. There's something else I wanted to say, but I forgot. I don't know. The Holler Moon Mountain Oracle. One more card wants to come out from that. I feel like a reunion here. As soon as I looked at this, I heard reunion from this relationship energy. So it's not necessarily a new person. What's with this deck? We have Rest, Closed, and Rage. You're closing a door on a chapter in your life where you were very angry. For some of you that's still there, indoctrinated, some of you are finding a sense of spirituality that is kind of rescuing you. Some of you are actually walking away though from a sense of, from a spiritual practice or from people who have kind of like caged you or made you feel enclosed, right? There's definitely a door being shut on something here that was not for your highest good. Trust, illusion, melancholy. So you need to have hope here. There's a lot of things that are kind of making you feel bad, making you feel sad, like rainy day type energy. You might be kind of stuck reminiscing about the past here. Going down, again, I feel like going down dark roads. So there's light and dark in every situation that you're looking at. Make sure that you're looking at them both equally, especially when it comes to your past and to the memories that are surfacing. Some of you are getting stuck in memories that are keeping you stuck. Okay, on to the extended that's in the description box below. Thank you very much for coming to this reading. Take care.